Right, well, this is savage. Can't say I'm massively surprised, but The Witcher Season 4 brutally destroyed by critics and audiences alike. I didn't even know it had been released. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I have no idea. I'm guessing it has been released. But yeah, savage. Savage. We'll take a look at some of the, just a brief overview of some of these here, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty of some of these reviews. The Rotten Tomatoes scores, hilarious. Now, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't really mean anything. Alright, it's just an aggregator. These are being reviewed elsewhere. It's worth just taking a look at just because it's funny. And as it says, so Rotten 50%, Popcorn Meter has 23%. I mean, it's just it's brutal, savage. So let's just take a look, right? Let's take a look and see what the critics are saying, and then we will take a look and see what the audience is saying as well. So we'll do good, bad, and do it like that, I guess. So Season 4 of The Witcher belongs to Anya Chalotra. Oh, okay. So there's another Yennefer story then, is it? Fantastic. That's what people want. That's what people want. Netflix, you've learned. No, they don't want that. Fucking idiots. We get to watch Yen finally step into her own power. As a mage, as a leader, as a mother, as a hero. And it's wildly satisfying on virtually every level. That's Lacey Borgher from Paste Magazine. Lacey. Reviewed at 7.5 out of 10. Not surprising. Not surprising, but alright then. Anyway. Savage one. No amount of imaginative swordplay or inventive creature design can prevent the sense that The Witcher is now what all sword and sorcery epics fear becoming. Pure bilge. Mental. A good one. From Aramide? Tinaboo? Very American name, courtesy of Variety. It says, in a much sharper and less convoluted season than the previous one, The Witcher Season 4 is action-packed and full of dazzling characters, both old and new. Amazing. So, action, spectacle. Good times. Doesn't take much to please you, does it? Aramide. Aramide? Aramide. That's a weird-ass name. Anyway, negative one. While his predecessor invested Geralt with a gruff likability, Geralt 2 is less valorous, man-mountain, grappling with responsibilities beyond our ken, and more bollard in a wig. Amazing. Amazing. Savage. A good one here. Right, let's go up to this one. IGN. Can't spell ignorant without IGN. The Witcher Season 4 has more successes than missteps. But as a season, it feels incomplete and just part of a larger tapestry for the show's endgame. Well, yeah, I mean, technically, that's obvious when it's part of an ongoing story across 5 seasons. What? Is that just me? Yeah, what? Surely that's obvious. Anyway, whatever. Slash film. Hemsworth does a fine job of wearing the Witcher's medallion, and the obvious distinctions in his rendition aren't necessarily detrimental to the story. Brilliant. Great review. Anyway, Collider. All eyes might be on Hemsworth in anticipation of his debut, but everyone should be watching this action-packed fantasy epic for far more than just Geralt of Rivia now. Well, yeah, because he was barely in it. Radio Times. As Cavill's absence looms large over a story weighed down by uneven writing and tone, it's clear that Netflix's flagship fantasy series has lost its magic. Unless Season 5 pulls off a monster miracle, this might be a one quest even Geralt can't complete. Amazing. Amazing. The rap... oh no, that was a negative one. Let's go to a positive one. I'm doing my best here. Starts off slow, heavy and disorganised, but the second half revs up with tremendous action sequences, especially an epic battle that immediately fell into my favourites of the series, and a truly wicked villain. Amazing. Anyway, to round out this one, says, where Cavill brought a real presence to the role, managing to be gruffly funny in one moment and believably brutal in the next. Hemsworth is just an anchor around the entire experience from which The Witcher can't shake free. Stellar. Stellar work, guys. You've really... Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's Yennefer's story, you've really learnt your lesson. You've really learnt your lesson. I'm not going to enable ads. Piss off. Well, I'm not going to do that. So... It's gonna make me. I don't want to. Buh. I don't want to enable ads. Ah. Super annoying. All audience. Let's have a look and see if it will tell me to do it again. I don't want to enable ads. Oh, there you go. Cool. Anyway, where do I start as a fan? I felt disrespected. Knowing everything that had happened prior to Season 4's premiere, being gaslighted by the showrunner and feeling narratives were being twisted. But I decided to watch the first episode. This is the truth. The show's quality has deteriorated with each season. That's true. But for the most part, after Season 1, this show was not The Witcher. And frankly, should have changed the show's title with a new lead. Everything felt out of place. And if it wanted us to care, as if it wanted us to care, but I found it difficult to care. And I think I realised what I miss most about Henry Cavill in every sense. He was in with the other characters. You felt compelled to stay. I can't in good faith recommend this to anyone who cares about The Witcher. If you enjoy generic CW fantasy with juvenile dialogue, where ancient magic users use the F word, you might. But this isn't The Witcher, Geralt or even Yennefer. Just an idea based on one that a showrunner thought she could do better. Anyone who sells you something different is lying to your face. Oh, savage. I like that you're telling it wrong. So apparently, they reveal how Geralt has changed his face, and it's the untrustworthy narrator. Basically, someone's telling a story about The Witcher, and and that's how he changed his face. It's pretty dumb, but whatever. It's inventive, but it is still dumb. The show was so good in Season 1, then it went to its downfall by the heavy changes from the source material. Then Henry Cavill's departure was the final straw. Season 4 is so bad in everything, honestly, and the bad writing is still the top of all. Amazing. I mean, look, I could go on and on and on. They took a brilliant story, ruined it. Not even needed to watch it to make a review of this, to be honest. We all know. Oh, so did he even... They didn't even watch it, whatever. Series went from great to total crap. Disappointing. This show lost its soul. The story was all nuances and twists of a kids' TV show for 3 years. For 3-year-olds. Amazing. I could say it was written by AI, but I think current GPT models can do a better job than these writers did. Fucking hell. I mean, this is savage. Savage. Amazing. Did it to yourself, though, so who cares?